Hi, this is KK. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon.
This episode is loaded with motivation, music, and some amazing stories, all passionately shared by the singer who created waves with his album Pal in 1999 and since then has been a favorite of Bollywood music composers from Nadeem Shravan, Ismail Darbar, Preetham, Vishal and Shekhar to the greats from South India like Elia Raja, Yuvan Shankar Raja, Haris Jairaj, M.M. Cream to A.R. Rahman. I have attended his gigs at least thrice in my life, and I can tell you that this podcast episode will be like experiencing a personal concert of this versatile singer as he sings some of his iconic hits and talks about his first school performance, his first job as a sales executive, his first paycheck as a jingle artist, to his song being not kept in a movie. He bears it all. We got Krishna Kumar Kunnat, whom we all know as KK.
Hi, lovely to meet you. Lovely watch. I've been eyeing that watch for a bit now.
Thank you. KK, it's always wonderful to meet you. We met when you had come to our office of 9XM. Before we start, let's just have a few lines of...
आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं हो आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं दिल को बना दे जो पतंग सांसें तेरी वो हवाएं हैं.
Wow, amazing. KK, you have been just spreading joy with your music is what I can say.
Oh, that's so beautifully said. You know what? For me, I think that's been the crux of my life, about being able to spread joy through my music. I really don't look at anything else other than that, because I think this is a gift that God has given me. I have not learned music. It was just there. One fine day I realized that I can sing in school. So I've just sung all my life. So when you say that I do spread happiness and joy, I feel very content.
Wow.
I feel very good inside my heart. I feel like, great, that's what I wanted to do when I started out with this. So if I do that and people feel good about listening to my voice and there's a connect.
I would really want to talk to you about, your connection, your chemistry with the composers that you have worked with, like Preetham Da and Vishal Shekhar and Ismail Darbar. And these people have given you some of the most amazing songs of
Absolutely.
your...
Yeah. I've been Ismail and I would talk about Preetham and Vishal Shekhar
Yeah,
because they're closer
yeah.
to me. And I'm very thankful to the Bollywood industry for that, because it has given me some gems over the years. And that's 23 years now.
Evergreen.
Yeah, some fantastic songs. But apart from that, I feel that as a person, when I think about myself, I feel that this is the only connect I have, my music, because it's the only thing I can do. There's nothing else I can do in life. I don't think I would have misfit in any other field, I feel. I realized this as a kid that I could sing, and then it took me time for me to kind of really look at it as a profession, because early days we say, "हाँ तो गाते तो हम भी हैं, तुम क्या काम क्या करते हो?" That kind of typical.
Right.
वो सभी बोलते थे. But you have to kind of stick to your guns, stick to the fact that this is the only thing that makes you happy. तुम जिंदगी में वही करो जो तुम्हें करके खुशी मिले. मेरी जो है ना, ये मेरी सीख है मेरी लाइफ में. मेरे को I've never done anything which I don't want to do. Whatever it is, even related to Bollywood. I've only done those things which I think I can, जो मैं निभा सकूं. I can't fake things. If I want to fake things, I'd rather not do it. So for me, it's only been this path that I see, which is right ahead of me, which is about me able to connect to a song which I get to sing. So if I can't connect to a song, I'm honest enough and I leave it, because I'd rather not do a song badly. You know what I'm trying to say? It's more about a music, the space that creates this whole creation, right?
Yeah.
If you're a part of it, you'll sense it. Suppose a song is there, and if I hear it for the first time and I can connect to it, I'll immediately feel it. I'm very susceptible, I would say. My energies, my whatever, my receptors are very strong. If I know that this song is something that I can do and I can live it, forget about being a hit or not. That's not my... कोई भी नहीं बोल सकता. It's only about the fact that whether you can justify.
You have sung even the fun songs. Like
If that says yes to me, then I'll go for it. No matter what kind of a song it is. I've done, like you said, Tapori songs, fast, slow, sad, romantic, everything. तो मेरे को ये genre कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. It's only about that connection which happens. So I take time to figure out that connection if it's there. And once that connection happens, Eva, then it's just magical. Because then you're not in this realm at all. Because once that connection happened, then it's like you're like in some other space, the music director is there, the song is there, and you're there. And then you're living it. It's a part of your life. It's actually your life, because you're not like, it's not like a job that I'm doing. ठीक खाना करके मैं घर वापस जाऊं, मतलब फिर मैं वक्त नहीं देखता हूँ, मेरे को भूख लगी वो नहीं देखता हूँ, प्यास लगी पानी नहीं देखता हूँ. Then I'm actually just wholeheartedly in every fabric of my being. I'm in that song.
Becomes a part.
Yeah, so I kind of I'm possessed. If I could be honest, yeah, if I can be possessed, you have to aspire to be possessed by a song so that you can do justice to it. Otherwise, you're just on top of it. It has to be like this, intertwined with your soul, being everything, whatever it is, and then you let it out. And then when it comes out of you, you yourself sometimes are astonished. ये कैसे किया मैंने? ये कैसे हुआ? वो तुम्हें नहीं मालूम होता है. क्योंकि this is not in your control. It's a creative process. It's just a free-flowing energy which comes into me and it comes out.
Without actually getting into the spirituality of things, your music connects you with spirituality.
Yeah, totally. I think this is my connect. If you say spiritualism, then this is it for me because it elevates my soul. It makes me feel, yes, life is worth living.
Tell me about your amazing chemistry with so many people like Pritam Da.
Yeah.
Of course, I think Pritam Da has given you some of the biggest hits. Of course, let's start with Ismail Darbar.
Yeah, in fact, Ismail was through Mehboob, the lyricist who put me onto him. When I met him the first time, I was very new, ranked newcomer, 97. I think with me, the connect has been, क्योंकि बहुत पहले का connect है ना. Tarap was very early, the first song recorded. It's very different, I've gone to his house, learned the song. वो मेरे को छोटा भाई जैसे meal treats, even Mehboob भाई लगता है. I think time ceases to exist actually when you're singing a song. And Ismail knows that about me, and I know that about him, that when he gives me a song, Tarap Ke, it's fine. There are other songs I've done for him, which film ही बनी, जो कमाल के गाने हैं. Eva, if those songs had released, I wouldn't be saying this, but maybe they would have surpassed Tarap Ke because they were such beautiful gems. But I always felt with Ismail, that there was a stronger, deep connect. Some other songs I did for him, some other films, and then I did this just one line and. Just one line.
Of course.
But he said कि यार तू उसको गा देना क्योंकि तेरी आवाज वहाँ पे आएगी तो बहुत अच्छी लगेगी. If there's an understanding between the music director and a singer, professionally of course, but if it comes with a little bit of that other friendship thing, then we both know that we are both looking at the same picture. There's no ego clashes, there's nothing. And with Ismail, I think all these years we've done not many songs, but whatever songs we've done, we've connected very, very deep.
Today also when you hear the song, that is one song that was, the emotion was right in the song, everything. It was the perfect song.
And I would say that Ismail guided me a lot in that song because he knew what he wanted out of that song. Then he'll say, अब तू समझ गया, तू कर. अब मैं कुछ ही बोलूंगा तेरे को, तू कर. बस, अब और नहीं बोलना तेरे को कुछ. He knows that I've understood the song and I'm doing it. I've started delivering it the way he wants. Then he doesn't.
Wow.
And he knows that I've found that pagdandi, which is what I also strive to do. Find the pagdandi and then walk on that. So he's like that. He's just, it's a high.
Wow. Yeah. I think we'll make you sing the song, but not now because it will transport us in some other world, you can say. So let me just tell you about my personal connection with him. When I was in college in Ahmedabad, I was in Xavier's. So that was the time when, for the first time, I got the chance to be an audience.
Come for the gig, okay.
Yes. And used to come for the gigs at I Am.
Quite a few times.
I Am Ahmedabad and magic. The magic, the euphoria that he used to create amongst the crowds, and he was forced to sing Tadap Tadap Ke like at least 10 times.
Yes.
It was the anthem. It was the official anthem of I Am Ahmedabad, and it used to be beautiful. So that entire scene comes alive in front of my eyes whenever I listen to him sing.
Thank you, Eva. Thank you so much.
I would like to know more about your childhood. You have always been a little bit of a mystery man. Or, which were the songs that you heard?
Coming to the point that I'm a bit of an introvert. Yeah, I've been like that always. I've done my song and I've just been to myself. But all of us have stories to tell. So I started listening to music very early because my mom was she had performed in her own school days. My grandmother was a music teacher. My dad used to love music. So he got the record player in Delhi. I was born and brought up in Delhi.
Oh, okay.
Parents are from South, from Kerala, from Thrissur.
Yes.
My dad moved to Delhi in 1952. He got this record player very early days, and he got different kinds of music because in Delhi there used to be just one shop, South Extension. And I heard people like Suzy Quattro at very early age, nice guitar riffs, and Hugo Montenegro, Usha Uttap's first album LP came out that time. I used to like her singing. I like the fact that she used to just sing with the guitar. I'm talking very early days. P. Leela from the south, because my dad and mom used to love listening to them. And I would just listen. Then Kishore Da, Rafi Saab, and a lot of Yeshudas. Yeah. I would like Yeshudas' voice a lot. I think he's one of the most gifted singers we have. So mellifluous and so effortless. My God. God bless him. But I would say that later on, I got into my sister. My sister was elder to me. So she got a lot of English Western music, pop at that time. She got Bee Gees, she got the Beatles, she got Abba. I'm talking about 70s. And she used to sing too. Abhi bhi gaati hai, lekin she would sing, she'll learn songs. Rekha. I was a little boy. I used to like Bee Gees. That falsetto kind of singing, I would try, iski awaaz kaise aisi hai? And I liked Abba a lot, the songwriting. And I would sing with her. We both would sing. And I would sing myself too, Ye chalta tha. And my mom would sing. And she would sing Malayalam bhajans and other songs. So my dad would record it, So she would sing those beautiful songs. I used to love singing, listening to my mom. She had a very beautiful voice too. तो एक माहौल जो घर पे था एक अच्छा एक म्यूजिक चल रहा है तुम शाम को आए हो तुम अपना गाना सुन रहे हो यादों की बारात का एल्बम मैंने सुना मेरे को बहुत अच्छे लगते थे गाने हम किसी से कम नहीं the LPs then as time progressed I grew older then I got more into Western rock I liked Michael Jackson a lot. I remember going for a long cycle ride and getting that album to hear it for the first time. The influences have been very varied. We grew up in a place called Yamuna Apartments in Delhi, Alaknanda. Eva, you won't believe it. There were about 40, 45 kids of the same age. It was a mind-blowing environment. We used to play cricket, table tennis, badminton, football, swimming ke liye bahar jate the, carom board. I'm saying it was such a fantastic atmosphere to grow in.
No mobile, no internet.
No mobile, and television 2 channels, okay? Nobody cared because so many things to do, so much to play. It used to be crazy. I mean, I don't remember being ever at home when I moved here. So Michael Jackson and someone introduced me to Duke Ellington, to Billy Joel, to Sting. Then the music things just started opening up. And I used to sing The Police, I used to sing Uriah Heep, I used to sing Led Zeppelin, Slowly I would pick up the rock and perform with different bands. One band used to be new rock, one band used to be classic rock. So the whole thing opened up for me. It was like a full mushroom. Oh, yeah.
Most of us know that, Kishore Kumar didn't have any formal training in music. Example of Kishore Da is there in front of us since years. You have also somewhere walked on that path unknowingly. You have been divinely gifted.
True. That's a lot of compliments for me to digest at one go because I'm one guy who, thank you so much. I always try and make it, live a song in such a way that through that song, I connect to you, to your heart, in the sense, I want to be embedded into your system that way. I feel that if I'm a part of you through my song, what more can I want? For me, that connect has always driven me. I've always aspired to kind of get to that space, which is a little spiritual, I would say, but at the same time,
I get it.
There's a deep connect which happens, through my songs. So I'm very lucky that in my entire career, I have had great songs to sing. जो गाने मिलते हैं बहुत अच्छे गाने मिले मेरे को लिखे हुए बहुत अच्छे हुए fantastic melodies, and I'm very blessed to have gotten such great songs to sing.
I can actually understand when you're saying the spiritual connection somewhere is because what I can say about you is that you as an artist have never tried to get into the glamour part of the industry. Mm-hmm. You have never tried to do it for the sake of stardom. Or
I'll be very honest. For me, this whole journey that I have gone through, it was never about the stardom or being, like you rightfully said, about the glamour side or whatever that other side is to the Bollywood industry. I have come in here to just be able to live my life. In school, I remember singing Lionel Richie, Hello, the first time, and winning a concert. The first time I sang English, I did Fernando, Abba. And I was a little kid, okay? I was in 9th standard.
Oh my God.
And I was like, with this friend of mine, I was like a little boy. Still remember? Someone's doing Rhinestone Cowboy, some chick is doing something else, and they all are looking good and all. And here's me, one little guy, Patla Sukudada. I started the song and I finished it. And I was so shy. And I finished and I went to my friend's house because it was his brother's birthday and I split. Later that night, I got a call from another friend in his house. KK, you won the first prize. And I wasn't even there. What I'm trying to say is, for me, there's never the importance of a limelight or the fact that I have to go. In Jyoti, if you were to speak to my wife, she'll tell you that a lot of times in colleges, she would go collect my prize money because I would never be there to collect it. I would be out. I would have done the song and gone somewhere. So some friend of mine will get me, this is first prize mila hai. So for me, it was always about just getting on stage and performing. I have never been that I'm going to get a reward or I'm going to get an award for it. I never thought about it because I never got this equation. If I do a song, I have to get something in return.
Oh God.
The song itself is something, no? The song itself is it's such a blessing. How many people get to sing a song? How many people? Tell me. I mean, early days we 5, 10 singers, become 20, now we 30, maybe more. But I'm saying is, out of that, you get this beautiful melody which has come to some guy. Could be Pritam, could be Vishal Shekhar, could be Himesh, could be Ismail, could be anybody that you worked with, you know. That melody came only to him. क्यों? कुछ चक्कर है.
I always even wonder the same thing.
और वो मेलोडी उसने क्यों सोचा कि केके को गवाता हूँ? क्यों? कुछ बात है. तो ये जो अपने में एक बहुत बड़ी बात होती है. तो मेरे को ना ये I go to sing a song, I go like this. Thank you God, thank you Pritam, thank you Vishal Shekhar, thank you whoever, thank you for choosing me, for giving me that song, because it's a part of you that you're giving me, and I am only indebted for that, and I'm going to strive and aspire and do my best so that you are happy first. You're the music director, you have to make sure that you are happy with it first. So I'll live with it. So you'll say ऐसा नहीं वैसा. I'll try to give my own justification, do something, but it's a full creative process. You know, सब मिलके होता है काम. मतलब ऐसा बिल्कुल मखमल जैसा होता है काम. Everybody who I do, it could be Jeet Ganguly, it could be Shankar Azan Loy. The attitude is right, and that creation of a song happens best when that space is full positive. तो वो जब होता है ना, वो तो अपने आप मैजिक होता है. So I always feel that when I get a song to do, I don't equate it to anything else about a hit or award or anything. Why? Because I think that keep it very simple. Just go there, do the song, enjoy it, justify you being there. Not that I'm a great singer. I'm trying to say justify the fact that I've got such a great song to do. Make sure you do something with it. Make sure you make a connect with it, and then leave it to God. Leave it to the people who listen to it, because that's where it has to connect.
It's like an offering that you are.
Exactly, it's like an offering. So simply you said it. It's like मंदिर में चढ़ावा करते हैं ना, ये मेरे अपनी तरफ से होता है. मेरे को गाना मिला है, मैं उसको गा देता हूँ, बस उसके बाद छोड़ देता हूँ. कुछ और सोचो ना, then it becomes very petty. ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए. फिर वो लगता है मैंने तो उसको malign कर दिया. I have maligned it, because for me it has to be the purity of thought and deed. You know, just go there and finish it and walk out like that only. You go with an empty slate, come out with an empty slate. Don't carry the baggage of the song with you, because that drags you down. After suppose you've done a great song, मैंने बहुत अच्छा गाना गाया. क्या बात है? पता मैंने क्या गाना गाया? You know, it's going to be a hit. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. अरे, who am I to tell you this? Who the hell am I? First of all, to tell you, go back home and actually think, yes, I did a nice song, and I'll sit with that thought, that space that I went through for those few hours. I'll sit with it, and then I'll think, did I do anything wrong? Did I do anything? और अगर कुछ होगा ना उसमें, तो मैं उसको बोलूँगा, यार मैं उसको थोड़ा कुछ चेंज करना है, मैं आऊँगा फिर से. कभी मैंने गाना पूरा किया है, I've gone back and I've read up the whole song. Even recently, until last year I did something like that. Because if it's not right or something you've done, it'll not leave you. It'll not leave you. It'll say that, you know, डुबकी मार के ऊपर से निकलो, अंदर से नहीं. Oh, get over it. Ride a song, enjoy the song, but let the song, you ride on a song. You know, it's like you going forward with it, but it's like a wave. You know, but you know, you drown in it. As in saying, see, you have to go inside. Usko andar se seepose, let it inside you. But after that, you have to own it. That song, you have to own it in a way that, yes, now I'm doing this song because God has given me this song, so I'm doing it. But the moment you sing it and you walk out of the studio, don't have that connection.
Okay.
Don't have that connection.
That detachment. You
have to detach from it immediately. You detach in such a way that maybe sometime forget the song.
Yeah.
A few months down the line, तेरे गाना रिलीज हो कौन सा, फिर मेरे को याद आएगा, हाँ ये वो गाना है. क्योंकि ना ये नहीं तो तुम बैगेज कैरी करते हो. समझ लो तुमने बहुत अच्छी तरह गाया, ठीक है, और तुम्हें लगेगा ये गाना हिट होगा. मैं बता रहा हूँ, अक्सर होता है ये भी. ये गाना हिट होगा, सुन के तुम बाहर आ गए और तुम यार दोस्तों को बोल रहे हो, सबको बोल रहे हो, पता चला गाना फिल्म ही नहीं. For whatever reason, गाना फिल्म नहीं. Now that's not the music director's fault or anybody's fault. Maybe I'll tell you another story with this. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Maybe it didn't fit into the film. I'll tell you a story which happened many years ago for a film called Dil Pe Mat Le Yaar.
Yeah, of course.
Vishal Bharata's movie. I mean music.
Yeah.
And Hansal Mehta's film.
Yeah.
Hansal's a dear friend. Okay. Yeah. I did this song for the film. Beautiful song. It's called Hole Hole. वो गाना फिल्म में नहीं था. So I felt a little disappointed. I said, इतना अच्छा गाना है. Not for the fact for that I had sung it, but the song was beautiful, very little. तो मैं कुछ चेन्नई की फ्लाइट पे जा रहा था to do a song for रहमान, and I read his magazine. अब इत्तेफाक से मैगजीन मुझे मिला. कोइंसिडेंस थोड़ी होता है, तुमने पढ़ा वो. and this article was about दिल दे मत ले यार. और पढ़ा मैंने वो मैगजीन, फाड़ा नहीं, वो मैगजीन ही रख लिया मैंने. घर ले आया मैं. उसमें क्या लिखा था? उसमें लिखा था कि this film is very nice and this film song is released, blah 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 blah, ये वो. But the sad part is the best song of the film is not there in the film. Sung by KK, Hole Hole.
How is it possible?
It was not there in the film, and I got it, and I met Hansel Mehta after a few months. I said, boss, there's this article in this magazine. I wanted to tell you this. So he apologized. He said, sorry, I'm very sorry, KK. But believe me, I couldn't use this song in the film. You know, sometimes it happens because he's saying the film turned out in a different way, and I just didn't know where to use the song. He was apologetic. He's a dear friend. What I'm trying to say here is maybe as a singer, I felt let down. Okay. But he's a director of the film. And so as to say, he's a captain of the ship.
Yeah.
So he decides what stays and what does not. Maybe the song was good from my perspective and even Vishal's perspective. We found the song very beautiful. But somehow it didn't fit in the scheme of things. So ऐसा होता है अक्सर. So मैं इसलिए बोलता हूँ that you don't carry that baggage, you know, because then you get disappointed.
Yeah.
And believe me, I am the kind of guy who doesn't have any negativity around me. You know, I don't like that. There's something that needs some negative, and I want to break it up and make it positive. स्टूडियो में जाओ, कोई वाइब नहीं अच्छी होती ना, मैं ट्राई करता हूँ कि पॉजिटिव हो जाए, जल्दी से यार कुछ मजाक करो, कुछ बातें करो, कुछ एंजॉय करके ना, मेक द एटमॉस्फेयर गुड. इफ इज नॉट, डोंट डू द सॉन्ग दैट डे, क्योंकि गाना अच्छा होने वाला ही नहीं है. हो ही नहीं सकता.
Okay.
मेरे साथ तो नहीं हो सकता.
No, so that is what we feel when we enter your home, your studio. It's positive. It's so positive.
I'm glad you feel that, because it has to be there. Any creative can only happen in a positive environment. Like I said, this was one episode which happened. So for me, it's always been like गाओ, निभाओ, और जब घर जाओ, clean your slate. Clean your slate when you enter, clean your slate when you finish and go out.
I mean, this can be the philosophy for anybody, even who is not an artist or not a singer. Your philosophy for life, you know. Let's talk about your amazing chemistry with Pritam da.
Pritam, he's a dear friend now. Like what, 95, 94, 95, I came here and then started Jingles. We used to do a lot of jingles, you know, early days. And कहाँ कुछ भी कहीं पर रहते, भत्ते स्टूडियो में भी काम कर रहे होते थे, कहाँ पर कुछ भी करना है क्योंकि बजट कम होते थे तो कर रहे हैं. I remember we used to do a lot of these AVs, you know. AVs are 3-minute songs, popular गाने होते हैं ना फिल्म के, तो the companies want, तो कुछ गाना होगा तो उसका lyrics अलग बना के, and you know, so I remember very strong in this thing in my head. It comes the memory. I was somewhere in West Indies, I don't know where I was, okay, and I heard Dhoom Machale. As an AV, someone is playing there. I called Pritam from there. I said, Pritam, तेरा गाना बज रहा है बॉस. तेरे को याद है हम लोग करते थे, किसी और के गाने करते थे, हम AVs बनाते थे, ये तेरा गाना बज रहा है, देख धूम मचाले यहाँ पर. But on the radio or somewhere, this Dhum Machale was playing in that language, and it was an ad. And I was overwhelmed, and I needed to share that with him. So I called him from there, and I said, bro, look at this. We got so emotional too, you know, because see, we started very early, you know. We've been through that Jingle early days, पैसे मिल रहे हैं कभी नहीं मिल रहे हैं, all those times. Here and I also share a very mutual understanding. A lot of times if he's not there for recording, he'll explain it to me. Like तू जो मिला, I didn't record here in India, I recorded in Sydney when I was alone. He had that trust in me. That's a big responsibility actually. You know? Yeah. So he said, this is an urgent song, you would just do it, and I did it. In fact, Alvida, we were in one of the studios, in famous studios, and he played it to me rough, you know. And 10 years down the line, when it got approved, he called me and said, Kicks, wohi gana hai. Tu aaja gana hai. Wow. You know, so it's more of love and friendship that we have. I remember in the early days, very early days, he would come here, he would say, I got this song, check it out, I wanted to sing it. Early days, before Gangster and all. No, when I had met Imran Hashmi also for some of the interviews of his movies, so he was also saying the same thing, that I've been just lucky to get such amazing songs thanks to Pritam da and the voice of KK. Yeah, I mean, he modes it well, you know. So like, Jara Si De, Dil Mein De Jagah, you know, he's team effort. Yeah. It's like everybody, lyricist, the music director, the singer, the actor, the people behind the camera, the lyricist, the producers of the track. मैं अकेले क्या करूँगा? No, absolutely. Let's have Zara Si or any of your favorite song of Pritam da. Oh, so many. Zara si dil mein de jagah tu, zara sa apna le bana, zara sa ख्वाबों में सजा तू, जरा सा यादों में बसा, मैं चाहूँ तुझको मेरी जान बेपनाह, फिदा हूँ तुझ पे मेरी जान बेपना वो वो वो
Wow, awesome.
So we don't meet often, but whenever we do meet, there's एक सुकून है. You can't replace that.
You can't.
24-year-old connect, I'm saying. That's what has withstood this whole, I would say, time. I've done the Chichore now, last song.
Yeah, of
Just
course.
now, 2019 हो गया अभी. कभी बच्चे होते हैं ना जो कहाँ पर मीडिया में डाल देते हैं, अरे प्रीतम गाना नहीं देता है, ये है वो. मुझे लगता है अरे यार ये सब like छिछोरापन लगता है मुझे. I want to tell them because I said it's not like that. Preetam and I love each other a lot, you know. We have that respect for each other. When he has a good song, he always thinks about me. He calls me. He says, "यार ये गाना तेरे लिए बनाया मैंने, तू आजा." A very special bond that he and I share.
It is like, you know, the albums, the soundtrack of Gangster.
So many. Jannat.
Jannat. Life in a Metro.
Life in a Metro.
I mean,
Alvida, O Meri Jaan.
Oh my God.
So
Life in a Metro.
What a beautiful. In fact, he wanted me to be a part of that, you know, when they wanted to do the band. But see, unfortunately, I couldn't commit the dates to him.
Oh.
So he told me, he said, yeah, then I have to get another band. I have to get someone else to sing it. I said, bro, go for it.
So you can say that if Ismail Darbar touched upon that side of you with Tadap Tadap Ke, and Preetham totally exploited the fun side of you, like Desi Boys. The kind of fan
Totally.
ad.
Oh yeah.
Desi Boys.
It's mad.
What a song. It looks like it's not the actors having fun. You guys have had fun first.
Totally. I mean, I really enjoyed singing that song.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had this conversation many times, Preetham and I. I think every singer is a book. You know, you got to go through him to get to the end of the story.
Different chapters.
Yeah. You can't just say, yes, ये गाने गाता है. If you say you're a versatile singer, then you actually can mold yourself into any space. I remember doing Ding Dong.
Oh.
For Anu Malik.
Yeah.
And the next song I was supposed to do was Avarapan. Can you believe that?
Oh my God.
The equal opposite ends of the spectrum.
Avarapan is
It's completely opposite end of the spectrum. So how do you do that? So you have to actually kind of get into a zone. It might take time, but once you get into the zone, the song dictates that zone for you. Once you start hearing a song with the lyrics, अगर तुम उसको महसूस कर लोगे तो तुम्हें कुछ और को महसूस करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है.
I mean, M.M. Kareem is such a magician.
What a magician, what a musician, what a सज्जन आदमी बोलते हैं ना. Working with him, like he'll tell you, he'll sing it out for you, and then it just flows out of you. You know, he's very well versed in his art. You know, Avarapan is one of my favorite songs. Actually,
Avarapan is
such a desolate song. You know, it's like you're broken completely, and you're just
and the sounds of that song.
Oh, the music.
The beat.
रोग के गाने. मैंने दिल से कहा.
It's a lovely song.
Beautiful songs.
Plus you have Irfan. Amazing,
so,
amazing.
I consider myself lucky to have been able to have walked along with its greats in the music industry, you know, to have lived that few hours with them and seeped them into me.
So tell me, KK, what was that dream? What did you want to do? You wanted to get into singing or did you get into something else?
Well, you know what, Eva, I got married very early, just around when we were 21, my wife and I, Jyoti. We got married very young. So I had to get a job. I wanted to do music, but I had to get a job. So I did a job for about 2-3 months. And I realized that this is not for me. Because a regular 9-to-5 job is a very different cup of tea, you know. You're either made for it or you're not. And I realized it only after getting that job because I had to get one because we couldn't get married. So I did that job for some time. But I felt like a fish out of water. I used to feel so suffocated. I used to feel एक अजीब सी कि मेरे को ना anxiety होती थी बहुत ज़्यादा. I used to feel, oh God, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? When I left the job and I went home and I told my dad I've left the job, I think he saw something in me and he said, you do what you want to do. You know, because he must have sensed some deep-rooted sadness or uneasiness, you know. I always feel that, I tell my kids also, you know, you have to do, I tell everybody who I meet, in fact, even the listeners now, you have to do only that which your heart is telling you to do. Because heart is a connect to your soul, you know. And your soul is not just about this mind and this body. It's about who you've been all these janams, you know. You carry forward your life. So if you listen to that, you'll automatically get your space. You'll automatically get your direction to which way to go. When you don't, you suffer. Like I did. I suffered for 3-4 months because I had to get a job and I was doing that and I was saying, नहीं, मैं MBA करूँगा, मैं ये बनूँगा. मैं कहता था यार इसमें मेरे काम पे जो हम काम करते थे, मेरा एक दोस्त था, उसने इंसेंटिव से गाड़ी खरीद ली. मैंने कहा यार यहाँ पेट्रोल भरने के पैसे नहीं आ रहे, इसे गाड़ी खरीद ली. How the hell do they do that? And then I used to wonder how the hell people sell anything, you know. You have to have the gift of the gab and you have to be so smooth smooth talking, and then I don't know, I never understood sales. मैं कहता था कि आपको अच्छा ये है, मेरे को आपको चाहिए, नहीं चाहिए, मैं अच्छा ठीक है, नहीं चाहिए, वैसे ये होता था. तो दूसरा दोस्त तो इधर उधर की बातें करके he'll create that need for you, you know, कि ये तो होना चाहिए. And I just think, man, how is this guy doing this? You know, I can't do this at all. The moment you realize you can't do something means that's not for you. First rule in life. जब पहले से पता चलता है ना, तो छोड़ दो उसको, छोड़ दो, मत करो. तुम्हारे अंदर बन ही नहीं रही, अंदर तुम्हारे अंदर वो एक बेचैनी सी हो रही है. Do something which is you know, be at peace with yourself. If you do something, if you are at peace with yourself when you do it, don't you think you'll enjoy life? Don't you think people around you will be happy?
Yes.
If you're happy, how does happiness spread? You have to be happy first, na?
Yes. You can say that, you know, you and a couple of others of those times, the kind of the love or the...
Yeah, love, yeah.
Love is the right word. That you guys have enjoyed without any social media, without any digital push, without any internet, without any reach. The song had created waves.
Yeah, it was just pure of... Yeah, you know, that's also the reason why I feel like, why do I need it now? When it wasn't there, I was doing my thing and I was connecting to people. Yeah, perhaps the only thing which I feel my friends, you know, is that people want to connect, you know, they want to know more. But, you know, I'm a little bit of an introvert. I can't help it. I mean, this is not... How can I change my personality? I can't change my personality, right? This is how I am. This is who I am. So, in fact, I'll tell you a story. When I came to Mumbai, I didn't know many people. And when I was doing my first jingle, no, I didn't know how much to charge. So I did my job and I was sitting inside. ऐसे दरवाजा खुद बंद होते जो. तो मैं बाहर बैठा था ऐसे और अंदर से वो रंजीत बारोट था. हाँ, दरवाजा खुला. Cakes, how much? And I'm like looking around. मैंने कहा चेक बना रहा था. दरवाजा बंद हो गया. तो मैंने कहा 1000 बची. I don't know who the
wrong person.
I don't know what the fuck to say. You know, like how much to tell him, how much I charge and all. And I'm thinking, and I see Uday Venegal and I see Louis Banks on the other side and Parvez and all the other jingle singers, great jingle singers. मैं उनसे पूछूं तुम कितना लेते हो? हेड किसी और से जाके पूछे तो कैसे बताएंगे तेरे को? मैं डरा हूं, मैं ना घबरा के बैठा हूं मैं उधर. खड़ा फिर से दरवाजा खुला. केक्स. अच्छा हाँ ठीक है. तो ठीक है. दिल्ली में मेरे को 200 रुपए मिलते थे, 250 रुपए, 500 रुपए बहुत बड़ी बात थी. चेक आया 5000 का. 5000 मैं घबरा गया पहले. मैंने कहा what, 5000 bucks? You know, like I could believe it. I was like 5500 सोच रहा था मैं तो, you know. And I like go to the phone thing to call my wife. और वहाँ पर वो वॉचमैन बैठा. मैंने यार एक मिनट यार वो जान ही रहा था वहाँ से. तो लुई ने उसको बुलाया इधर. आप उसको चाइनीज लुई अंकल नहीं, लुई बैंक्स लव चाइनीज. लुई अंकल के हाथ काम करना बहुत मजा, खाना बहुत मस्त होता है. वो उसको बुलाया, वो निकल गया. मैंने घर फोन किया. ज्योति guess how much I got for my first jingle? I'm like, how much? 5. हाँ तो क्या 5? 5,000. 5,000? 5,000? I say, yeah, 5,000 bucks.
Wow.
And like, you know, we're like crazy today at parties or was like, कैसे, you know.
You still remember that.
Oh, that I mean, I can feel my eyes are welling up because it was unbelievable for me, you know. It was like something hit me.
Yeah, you didn't ask.
So what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to do anything extra in life. You have to just follow your heart and do what you can do. To the best of your ability. Whatever comes your way is what you deserve. It could be this, it could be that. You know, you got to find your peace. I'm trying to say, if you're at peace, na, there's nothing in the world that can shake you. Because you're at peace. I'm okay with the 500 bucks. मैं तो 500 सोच के बैठा था ना. वो 500 रुपए में तो खुश रहता 500 रुपए में. वो 5000 रुपए ऊपर वाले की बदौलत. So there are ways which God blesses you in His own ways. Like, you know, I remember I was in Delhi. I was singing in Meridian at a rooftop restaurant with substituting for a friend. उसकी तबीयत खराब थी तो मैं चला गया. Then that guy actually went home to Goa. So I sang there for about 3 months, you know. One fine day, Hariharan landed up there. He came with his wife. I was singing, you know, Sacrifice, and Lady in Red, and you know, all the songs, the pop songs, you know, popular. I was melting out. So Hariharan called me, he sang, यार तू तो बहुत जगह है. तू यहाँ क्या कर रहा है? मैंने कहा गा रहा हूँ सर. नहीं तू यहाँ मत. You should come to Bombay. तो मैंने कहा ऐसे ही, you know, चढ़ा रहे. In fact, I just met him. We just did a TV thing together, Hariharan, you know. We sang Shoda Mogale together. Yeah. He said, you should come to Bombay. Before leaving, he said bye and I said, come to Bombay. I said, yeah. And he split. Then after 2 years, 3 years, when Jyoti was expecting our first child, he came to Bombay, like I told you. And I was here. Then I didn't go back. My uncle was a friend of his, so he fixed a meeting with Hariharan. One day he went to his house, ऐसे ही. अपने मेरे पास कैसेट था. तुम मानेगी नहीं, वो कैसेट हरियर ने सुना, फोन कर दिया, फोन पे लेस्ली को सुना दिया. लेस्ली ने बोला तू मेरे स्टूडियो. अगले दिन मैं स्टूडियो उसके गया. He took me to his popular studio. He said, man, you sing very well and all. I'll call you. First jingle I did with Leslie in 94 when my son was born.
Oh my God.
You know, same day. So I'm saying all this happens for a reason. And I always tell Harier, you are my angel. That है तू शाना है साले. तू अपना गाना करके निकलता है. तू you deserve what you do. Harier, I love him. He's God bless. He's an amazing guy. But I always tell him, you are my angel. You know, because you put me, when I came here, you just played that song. And you won't believe it, soon enough, in 96, I recorded Hariharan and Suresh ji were recording Choda Mogalia, and I walked into the studio, chappa chappa. He said, "Tu pahunch gaya idhar?" He was so happy.
Oh.
He went, came and hugged me. You know, he said, "Tu pahunch gaya?" And I, "Main pahunch gaya." So he's very happy for me.
Chhod aaye hum wo galiyan. I mean, what magic did it create?
Oh, beautiful song. That song. Chhod aaye hum wo galiyan. छोड़ आए हम वो गलियां. मैं दिल्ली छोड़ के आया था.
Absolutely. And people for the first time they got to know Vishal Bhardwaj.
Oh yes, what a fantastic album.
Vishal Bhardwaj.
What a fantastic album.
Like wow.
So what I've learned from them is like, if you're a senior, no, respect the fact that you're a senior, that you've reached here because of your hard work, but also encourage the new generation.
That's what I was thinking, that what was that?
You have to encourage the new people who are coming in.
Large-heartedness or
हाँ, मतलब तुम ये नहीं कर सकते तुम. अरे यार ये आ गया, मेरे गाने ले लेगा.
Insecurity.
मेरे काम कम हो जाएगा. अरे यार तेरे हक में है वो, तू nobody gonna take. That's yours. You can't be a closed-hearted person and think, oh my God. If you say na come, that respect will grow only, and you'll get more work actually because you're not afraid. You're not insecure. Insecurity breeds a lot of other negativity.
Yeah.
You know, it just kills you. It kills you as a person, kills you as a musician, kills you as a singer, whatever you want to call it. You know? It makes you negative and you become like closed. Your heart closes. Okay, if your heart closes, you can't feel it. If you can't feel it, you can't sing a song. If you can't sing a song right, it'll go to someone else anyways.
Absolutely, absolutely. Superb. So rightly said. Tell me, KK, what was the reaction when you sang Aajabi for Vishal and Shekhar?
Oh, wow.
What was that
Vishal and Shekhar
reaction?
was a great duo, I would say. Very dear old friends. Go back to Pyar Mein Kabhi Kabhi.
Yeah,
you know, that's the song which I think 99, 2000 was the early days, you know. We're all like in the same space, you know, Jingles and Vishal had his band and Shekhar also doing a little bit of ghazals and, you know, starting. And he used to ask me, "Tu shows kar raha hai na? Maza aata hai na?" "Haan, bahut maza aata hai." You know, the early days. I remember in Faraz Wadia studio in Gavadia Road. We used to hang out and do some stuff over there. Then I remember doing this Tu Aashki with them.
Yeah, of course.
And that was a song which kind of, I think, put them up there. It was a fantastic album, that whole album, Jhankar
Beats.
Om Shanti Om, this particular song, Aajabi, was, I think, one of the most beautiful romantic ballads I've sung. When I heard it for the first time, I said, man, what a beautiful song. And so beautifully written by Vishal. I kind of said, like, it's really, really amazing, man. I mean, like, thanks for giving it to me.
Wow.
He said, man, bro, you know, like, they just told me that, Kicks, we don't want you to do anything extra. Just feel it. Tu bas gaa de. Tu apna dil dal ke usme gaa de. Because Shekhar told me, man, Kicks, nobody feels a song like you do, you know. The soul that you have. Vishal also tells me, he says that when we have a song for you, we call you, you know, like that. We also, you can do justice to it, so just go for it, you know. And those like, you know, Dil ko bana de jo patang de re wo hawai. So I was having a problem with the breath somewhere. So then Vishal and Shekhar said, yes, ko yahan par ruk ke karke try kar. And then I did it and it came easily, you know. But I remember Shekhar looking at me saying, man, you nailed it. You know, you got that, you got the song so, the way we wanted it to do.
And rightly, Shah Rukh has also mentioned in so many interviews that it's one of his...
It is one of his favorite ballads, romantic ballads. It's beautiful, actually.
It's fantastic.
Really enjoyed this one.
Amazing.
I can't explain it. It's like I can't thank them enough. Wow. And I've always enjoyed singing, be it Jhankar beats, be it this, be it Khuda Jane, you know. All these songs that I've done for them. It's like, they've been gems.
You know, unlike today's times, you have the pressure of, you know, millions of hits and all that. All that wasn't there when you guys started. And till today also, it doesn't affect you. Number of hits, the number of millions of hits, all of that never mattered to you and Preetham and Vishal Shekhar. I just met them And they also said the same thing, that working for 20 years now, all this never mattered to us.
It didn't matter.
Still doesn't matter.
What only matters is the fact that you do good stuff, You be true to your integrity. Your integrity should be intact, You don't sell off your soul.
Yours.
Don't get into a zone which makes you negative or vindictive. You know what I'm saying? Just be, तुम अपना काम करो यार, खुश रहो उसमें. तुमसे ये बनता है, तुमसे ये होता है, तुम वो करो ना. किसी और को क्यों देख रहे हो? वहाँ पर क्या चल रहा है? Cheating मत करो. तुम अपना काम करो. I know that because a lot of these hits now are bot driven.
Yeah.
Bot as in robotic. Nobody has control on that.
Yeah.
It's all market force driven, whatever the reasons and how they operate, we don't know. But I'm saying, why I'm saying this now is because I feel there are a lot of new people out there who also need some kind of a support from a listener base, And unless you guys give them an option, it's not going to happen.
Wow.
And what that will lead to is a lot of sad people out there. You don't want sad people. You don't want sad musicians. You don't want sad people out there. I'm saying give everybody a listen.
Wow.
No. अभी क्या है ना, रेडियो पे 10 गाने हिट हैं, वो चलते रहते हैं. अच्छी बात है, चलने चाहिए. या जो गाने यूट्यूब पे भी हिट होते हैं, चल रहे हैं. बट थोड़ा उसमें से भी निकल के थोड़े नए लोगों को भी सुनो. हाँ, थोड़े नए लोग, इतने सारे नए लोग गाने बना रहे हैं, मेहनत करते हैं बहुत. तो मैं कहता हूँ यार, एक अलग से जमाने में फंसे, इतने हिट हुए हैं, तो कहाँ से होगा, मौका कहाँ से. पहले हमारे जमाने में क्या होता था, रिकॉर्ड कंपनी चाहिए होती थी. बट एटलीस्ट नाउ डेज आई फील दैट यू हैव दैट ऑप्शन. तुम अपने गाना यूट्यूब पे डाल सकते हो. Why I'm telling this to people out there is the listeners, is that you have to be responsible also to create a better music space in India.
True.
Everybody has to survive, It can't be just 10 singers or 20 singers.
Right.
There are already hundreds over there. There are hundreds who are better than us, who don't have an opportunity perhaps. So just what I'm going to say is give them a hear and support and promote. Karo yaar sabko.
Wow, that is so brilliant. That is so nice. What is your creative discipline?
I'm a very indisciplined guy. I'll be very honest. Totally indisciplined. I don't do any riyaz. I don't do anything which conventional people would. It's work for me. If I go to sing a song that day, I'll make sure the previous day I don't eat anything rubbish. Keep my voice a little cool, well oiled.
Wow.
And then I do my riyaz with the song. No disrespect here. What I'm trying to say is, it's like breath to me. Music. I don't need to think about breathing, right? So I don't need to think about singing either.
You've been just like that one inaccessible kind of a guy. I mean, you're not even on social media.
It's
like much active.
Yeah, I'm not, because I just feel that I have to have something worth talk about, right? I don't like to just randomly put anything up there and be there for the sake of being there. If I have a song out, you'll know and you'll hear it.
Yeah.
So I've always been like that, पहले मुझे पता नहीं था कि FB में नीचे कमेंट्स आते हैं. मैंने कभी हाल ही में a couple of months I discovered. I mean, I don't see, I don't read all that, But someone told me, so I read some of the messages. I feel so touched. So my eyes well up, and I think so many people over there have written such great things, about my voice, about me able to, transcend the whole song to another level, etc. I mean, I feel very humbled. I feel very, my God, these people think so highly of me, I'm just a singer. I mean, they connect to my songs and this gives them, like you said, so much of joy. So I feel so, I can't explain this feeling,
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel completely, oh my God. So I want to thank all of those people over there.
Wow.
Thank them from the bottom of my heart to kind of say that to me, because I feel very complete. I feel that this thing that I've done in my life has been worth it. I'm saying as a breed, we are very lucky and we should understand that.
Wow.
I know I have a lot of friends and fans out there who love me and who want to hear more from me more often. I promised to them this, that I'm going to be working more on my own independent music now.
Wow.
And starting from next year, hopefully. Once I start, then I'll make sure I keep chugging along and make lots more of my own music. Because to be honest with you, I feel that this part of me as a singer is just a little part of me. I've only sung songs which others have wanted me to sing. Thankfully, I've got great songs. But there's another part of me which is very restless now. The musician and the guy who wants to do more with my voice inside, He says, dude, ये तो गाने बहुत अच्छे किए हैं, लेकिन और भी कर सकते हैं ना? थोड़ा और try कर, थोड़ा से और. So I'm working here in my little studio, home studio. I'm putting ideas down. And hopefully by next year I'll come up with something and then, carry forward that. Because I feel I'm not just a voice. There's a lot more music in me, which I feel God has gifted. But I haven't gone that way because I've been doing so much with this. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like a gift. But now I feel
you want to explore
that I want to explore more. And I have that time right now, to be honest. I have that time. So I want to explore more and see what more I can do with this. I mean, abroad you don't have playback singing.
Yeah,
there are
absolutely.
artists who sing their own songs. So it's a mind shift that is there, which I need to kind of accept and move on. Because 23 years is a long time of singing for people. As a musician, I've shelved that part of me behind. I said, you sit for a bit, let me do this, right? It's like you're walking on the road and you say, okay, now I made a lot of friends, so I'll just hang you, I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
But that bit, I didn't realize it's going to be this bit long, It's been 23 years. So that guy over there is saying, hey man, you left me behind here, dude. I mean, we did Pal and you walked away, and then we did Humsafar and then you walked away again.
I was just about to say that, independent music is not something new to him, because he is one of the most prominent voices that gave such a momentum to the Indian independent music scene. We all were young, and when we heard the entire soundtrack of Pal, the album, it was so refreshing. It opened up a very different kind of, music. It was not your regular Bollywood kind of sound. It didn't.
Early days it was
very different.
True.
And tell me about that particular part. I think Sony Music had just launched in
India,
and then they started this particular thing.
Actually, I was a debut artist for Sony International when they came to India.
Yeah.
So that was a big feather in my cap, because there were a lot of people vying for it. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to try too hard. You have to just follow your heart and do your thing, and other people who are there notice you, and it just happens. I haven't had this master plan here that I'll come from Delhi, I'll do this, I'll do that. For me, my album was a dream come true, because when I came from Delhi, I had no intention of becoming a playback singer. I want to do my music. I want to do my album. When Pal happened and it became so much of a rage here, the video and the album, I was like so happy. I couldn't thank God enough.
How young were you then?
I was 28. Yeah. I kind of felt, wow, what a feeling this is, I remember in Pune, I'd gone for a gig. One lady and her daughter were in the car. She said, roll down your window. And I rolled it down. She's a big fan of you. I'm a big fan of roll down your window. Say hi. I said, yes, sorry. Hello, ma'am. Hi. Okay, you have to come to my daughter's school. I said, do I have to? She said, no, you don't have to. I'll kidnap you. So I said, okay. And so she said, you have to come. And I said, okay, because they have the exams. So I told the driver, if it went to their school, it was a girls' school. I got engulfed by girls. About 150, 200 of them. There's a Pal, okay, just Pal had released. And they would not move till I sang Pal. And I sang Pal for about 200 girls in the school. And I wished them all the best for the exams, which was to be next day. So I didn't realize until then that the song was such a big rage. And what I'm trying to say is, like, you don't know which way it's going to go. But when it comes to you, don't let that gloat your head up. Don't let that affect you in a different way and feel like, I've arrived, man, I've done this. No, you have
There's
done
more to.
There's more to it. The fact that those people wanted to hear my song and they said, please wish us best of luck for the exam. That love and that respect, nothing transcends that. You got to understand that's the whole truth. That's the crux of the thing. You achieved what you set out to. That connect has already happened. I'm living in you now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm living in you. You want to hear my song? I'm you inside you. You're hearing me and you hear in the headphones. I'm already there. So
we feel that we know you.
Correct. That's what it is. So other part of me is immaterial. What I drive, what I wear, it's mundane. The fact is that the song which I've sung has percolated into your soul, and you're letting me be there. Thank you so much for that. Because that's what my idea was to start with.
At this point, I would request to sing my favorite song from the album, Yaro.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful song. Yeah,
it's like
it's like an anthem in college, no?
It was an anthem for us in college. I mean, even today, it is an anthem for people, for the generation today in college.
It's crazy. Actually, 2 generations down the line also, it works. Yeah, it's a timeless song. Mehboob written a beautiful song. Yaro, dosti, badi hi haseen hai. Ye na ho to kya phir bolo ye zindagi hai. Koi to ho razdar begaraz तेरा हो यार कोई तो हो राज़दार.
Wow.
Beautiful guitar. तेरी हरे बुराई पे डांटे वो दोस्त गम की हो धूप तो साया बने तेरा वो दोस्त नाचे भी वो तेरी खुशी में.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
thank you.
much.
Now, Pal happened, all right? Debut artist in India. For Sony Music, it was a big thing. And I said, yes, fantastic. Now what? Okay, that's gone by. Now, Tarab happens the same year, 99.
Yeah.
Then you move on. Then you're like Pac-Man, you know?
Yeah.
Songs are coming and going, chomping them up and then turning it out, you know? So all these years, I did that. 99, I had this option, believe me. I was sitting in my room, one of the hotels when I was gigging. I'm thinking, Pal and Tarab both are hits. And I'm getting offers to do film songs. I'm talking to myself. Okay? I do this too often. The other guy is saying, no, you should do films. I said, no, I want to do albums. No, you do films. Do films for some time. Why? Because I will learn. I will learn when I work with different music directors. Everybody will give me a cup of their tea. You know? And rightfully so. I worked with all of them, starting from Ilayaraja, down south, I'm saying. A.R. Rahman, Ilayaraja, M.M. Kareem, Harris Jairaj, Yuvan Shankar Raja, I'm saying down south. Here, Ismail, Anu Malik, Nadeem Shravan, Himesh Reshmaya, Preetham, Vishal Shekhar, Sandesh Handalia, Shankar Ehsan, Loy. It's been a run, you know, it's been some kind of a dream run. And I'm not justifying anything. What I'm trying to say here is that other part of me which said, okay, go take a walk down that road, then we'll meet again and do this. Somewhere down the line, I walked too far away, which I enjoyed. I mean, I'm not saying that I didn't. Because it's like a burning desire. It starts with a little spark, then it gets hot, then it starts, then it gets restless. Then it starts burning inside. So that's slowly getting to that level. Then happened in 2008 when I did Humsafar.
Yes.
But I'm saying now the time is, again, a lot of...
Ripe.
Yeah, because I see a lot of... I wouldn't say predicted it, but I envisioned this 5 years ago, that things will change in India. Because everybody can't come into films, because there's only that many films being made, you know. And there are so many singers, you can't justify so many other singers who are not there and they say, yaar, unko film mein chance nahi mila. Theek hai, to apna karo. So now that whole thing is opening up. There's so many artists out there who are cracking the whip and they're fantastic, you know. And there are listeners for them. It's come back. 90s की जो बात थी, जो पहले pop में कह सकता हूँ कि जो non-film music.
Yes.
It's coming. It's slowly becoming big. And in India, it can only get bigger and bigger.
Wow. Because we have so
much of talent.
For sure.
So I'm just trying to now actually get into that zone after this 23 years of rediscovering, of learning music. I've never learned music. I want to learn music. It's never too late to learn anything. And rather late than never.
Wow.
So I'm learning music. I've got this thing over here, the piano, the keyboard.
Wow.
I have a piano at home. So I'm sitting now and learning. I'm trying to understand how a song works. Oh, this is how it is.
After doing so many songs and so many, it's so amazing. It's such a learning for us also.
It's a curve, you know. You can learn anytime. I'm saying what I did was with my ears, you know, basic understanding thing myself got from my previous life. But I'm saying now I want to make an effort to learn other things. I want to just be able to help myself make songs, you know, to be able to compose, to write music, to produce maybe. My son produces, he's also doing music now.
Wow.
So maybe he'll produce it. And Tamara, my daughter, has in fact a couple of songs out there on Apple Music. So I get inspired by her. I look at her and say, wow, man, you're a kid. She's 20 years old. And she got 2-3 songs out there. And I said, dude, Dad, I want to get the song out there. I want to put it out there. I'll keep sitting and say, no, I got to perfect this. उसको घिसते रहते हैं. अरे इतना मत घिसोगे, पूरा घिस जाए, खत्म ही हो जाए, कुछ ना हो. तुम करो, make that step, put it out there. See, all of us, all creative people, we think that we can better. It'll never stop. That we can better is a good thought process. But at some point, you got to drop that. Yeah. And then move on to the next. Otherwise, that project won't get over.
Yeah. So that different perspective of the generation is
correct. So
amazing.
that's helped me, you know. In fact, she's done something, and I love the way she sings. It's very different. Her kind of music is different. And I'm amazed at the fact that she's so young, she does everything by herself. She records, mixes, sings everything, and she has a friend of hers who helps her. But I'm saying, I'm not digressing. What I'm trying to say here is that this new generation which is there, they are not guys who sit on their butt and think that अच्छा ठीक है मैं ऐसे करता हूँ वैसे करता हूँ.
There's no time. I mean, time
they want to do it, you know, which is good. But there's a flip side to it. The flip side being that if you do it and if it's not going the way you want to, don't get disappointed. Because see, हर एक चीज को होने में वक्त लगता है. अभी केक को बनाने में 1.5 घंटा तो लगता है ना, तो बेक करने में तुम फटाफट 2 मिनट तो कोई केक नहीं बना सकते हो. Everything has its own time frame to happen. Anything. For your love to happen, for your music to happen, for your career to happen, everything has to happen. It'll be a time frame. So if you try to fight it or you get dejected the fact that it's not happening now, then you're actually pulling yourself down. It's a spiral way down. So what you do is you just say, okay, this is what I want to do. Now, in my case, I would say I'm a successful guy in the sense I've sung hits and, so I don't need to do anything. But need to do is a very different thing from the fact that I want to do. There's something else from me within which say, I want to do this. Please let me do this. The other person inside me says, please let me do this. You've done this fantastic your way. Now, please listen to me. So I've actually gotten deep into myself now. I'm getting into that zone where I'm to myself and listening to music and playing more music so that it helps me get in tune with myself.
Wow.
That's all.
Wow. We are so looking forward for the independent music that's going to come from you.
Thank you so much.
Release soon.
I will do that.
And one last request would be Tadap Tadap Ke, of course.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The iconic
I'll just do the mukhada. Chalega?
Yeah, please.
तड़प तड़प के इस दिल से आह निकलती रही मुझको सजा दी प्यार की ऐसा क्या गुनाह किया तो लुट गए हाँ लुट गए तो लुट गए हम तेरी मोहब्बत में. Superb. And even that
memory comes back.
Totally. The I am memory, so fantastic. Thank you so much for all the love that you have spread through your
Thank you, Eva. Thank you so much.
Wonderful music and your thoughts.
Thank you so much.
KK, it has been just so wonderful to have you on this podcast. I'm sure the listeners have had so many things to learn. Is there any message for the budding artists who are listening to you?
Like I've been saying through my conversation, it's not just about the budding artists, it's also about the listeners who are there, who have a responsibility to promote new talent out there because you're the listener base. So unless you support new acts, new artists, how are they going to flourish? How are they going to glow? How are they going to bloom? And for the new artists, I would say that don't get into this just for the fame and name, that bandwagon. That's the wrong way to go because that's a very limited run that you have. You have to kind of look at it in the long run and see whether you actually want to do this or not. Why I'm saying that is because a lot of people think that it's a nice way to make money and get some fame. And if you're concentrating on the incidental, it's the wrong line because it won't take you far. Concentrate on the intrinsic value that you want to generate in your life. Aspire to kind of be an artist who would survive a longer time, who would connect to people, enrich people's lives rather than just yours. I think when you do that, then you grow with the people around you, Like for me, I feel that in 23 years, it's more than 2 decades now. I have seen people from college then who have had their own children now come for my gigs, So that's a long time.
Yeah.
That loyalty stays with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It stays with you because there's some kind of a connect. So you got to be a good human. What I'm trying to say is that be a good human being. At the fundamental existential level, I would say that don't be something that that you look 10 years, 20 years down the line and say, I wish I had done that.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much, KK. It has been just so amazing.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks so much. I really enjoyed myself. It was like a nice long conversation. And didn't feel like much of an interview that way. More of a conversation. And I like having conversations with people like-minded and who actually, who want to know. It's not just about your set of questions. It's just like to be able to talk without being interrupted. I really felt at ease and I was felt like I was talking to an old friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, I don't meet people. I'm a very loner kind of a guy. But when I meet them well because I know that it's only about those meetings that you remember. You don't know me. But when you meet me and you know me, a part of me, you'll take back with you that, not this 5 years of the time when you didn't meet me.
Yeah.
You remember when I met you 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You'll remember now. You'll think, अच्छा ठीक है यार वो वैसा नहीं मिलता कहीं सोशल मीडिया में नहीं है भाई उसको दिमाग वैसे चलता है छोड़ दो. But when we meet well. So in life, I think that's the only thing I carry in my life, that what you do, do it from your heart.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't do it.
Wonderful, lovely.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. God bless you.
Thank you.